The stillness of a quiet American night. A 6-year-old boy wakes up screaming. He's drenched in sweat, gasping for air, yelling about fire, and a crashing airplane. But here's the part that made the world stop and listen. He started naming real places, real people, and even the model of the aircraft. Details no child of his age could possibly know. Investigators checked. Every word matched. What if some memories don't die with us? Because what you're about to hear may challenge everything you thought you knew about life and death. Our story begins in the year 2000 in Lafayette, Louisiana. A happy, ordinary boy, just 2 years old, living with his parents in a quiet neighborhood. But at night, everything changed. The little boy began having terrifying, recurring nightmares. He would kick, scream, and shout phrases like, "Airplane on fire," and "Little man can't get out." His parents tried everything. Lullabies, warm milk, doctors, but nothing stopped the nightly horror. Then came the moment that changed everything. One night, as his father tried to calm him, the boy shouted something new. Natoma Bay. His parents had never heard the name. They assumed it was gibberish, but it wasn't. Later they would discover that USS Natoma Bay was a real escort aircraft carrier that fought in the Pacific during World War II. A 2-year-old should not have known that. Over the following months, the boy's nightmares turned into fragments of memory. He began drawing warplanes, the kind used in the 1940s, with astonishing precision. He even named the aircraft Corsair. His parents were stunned. The Vought F-4U Corsair was a carrier-based fighter used extensively in the Pacific. He also mentioned a friend, someone named Jack Larson, a name they'd never heard. At this point, the parents started keeping a journal of every word. A pattern began to emerge. He said he flew from a boat. He said his plane got hit. He said he crashed in the water. And every time, he ended with the same chilling sentence, "Little man can't get out." That was how he died. This was no ordinary case of childhood imagination. His knowledge of aviation, from the layout of cockpit controls to flight gear, far exceeded anything a toddler could know. Desperate for answers, the parents turned to military archives, veterans associations, and researchers who specialized in past life memory. Among them was a retired counselor who had heard of similar cases. The name Natoma Bay led them straight to a specific battle in March 1945, near the island of Iwo Jima. The records showed that several pilots from the carrier were lost in action that month. And then, one name stood out: James M. Huston Jr. He was a 21-year-old fighter pilot, shot down during a mission. His plane, a Corsair, was hit in the nose. He crashed into the ocean. His body was never recovered. The details matched the boy's nightmares exactly. Before we continue, what do you think about this? Could a child really remember a past life? Or is there another explanation? It really helps us bring more hidden histories to light. The boy's parents were now convinced something extraordinary was happening. They attended a reunion of veterans who had served on the Natoma Bay. As the boy, now 6, walked among elderly veterans, something happened that none of them would ever forget. He stopped, pointed at one of the men, and said, "Jack Larson." It was the name he'd been repeating in his dreams. The veteran froze. He was Jack Larson, and he had flown with James Huston. The details the boy gave weren't vague. They were surgical. He described the way James's plane had been hit, through the engine. He explained the location of the crash, even the type of maneuver that James had attempted moments before impact. Veterans confirmed it matched the official after-action reports, details not available to the public or a child's storybook. Not everyone was convinced. Psychologists and skeptics pointed out that children can absorb information subconsciously. They suggested it might be coincidence or confabulation, the blending of fragmented memories. But researchers like those at University of Virginia Division of Perceptual Studies had documented hundreds of similar cases around the world. The level of historical accuracy in this particular story made it one of the most compelling reincarnation investigations ever recorded. Could memory transcend death? Or was this an extraordinary alignment of facts and imagination? Years later, The boy visited the site where James Huston's plane had gone down near Iwo Jima. As he stood by the water, something remarkable happened. His nightmares stopped. For the first time since infancy, he slept peacefully. Some believe this moment represented closure, the end of a journey that began decades before his birth. Others believe it's proof that some memories don't belong only to one lifetime. A boy who should have known nothing about war remembered the final moments of a pilot who died long before he was born. Whether it's evidence of reincarnation or something science has yet to explain, one thing is certain: history has a strange way of echoing through time. What if you carry memories that aren't your own? If this story fascinated you, check out our next episode, where we explore another chilling historical mystery that may change the way you see the world. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because some stories should never be forgotten.